welcome to the Ascertainers. Thanks for joining us.
Why are you giving me the stink eye?
What are you talking about? No one can see that.
I'm videotaping for my own safety.
Before we get on videotape, you're going to have to see these eyes looking at you. Mark and I just had our first fight. Oh!
These eyes.
That was great. Ooh. Who sang that? Is that the Guess Who?
Yeah.
No.
It was.
But did you ever see the movie Superbad?
Yes.
That's a pretty good scene, don't you think?
I don't remember it.
He goes, "You look just like Jimmy's brother," or whatever. And
he has to sing
and then he has to go in the room, and these guys are doing like hard drugs, and he's like, "The burden's on me." That's really about what he sounded like. For some reason, I have a cough. It's a little tickle. I don't know why. No possible way I could know why that would be. What? Anyhow, new game plan. The Ascertainers are, and if this is we stopped counting our episodes because we might be putting some in inventory, so the numbers might be off a little bit. But if you've listened to the episodes up to the one that you're listening to right now, you've had to endure us talking about the who, what, why, where, the Ascertainers, and also describing the radio game. These are minutes we're not getting back. So what I'll say is this. The Ascertainers are Mark. Say hi, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
And Jim. Hey.
Hi, Jim.
What's going on? Anyhow, so that's us. We're a couple of cool cats from Minnesota coming at you hard and often. And by often, I mean weekly. And by hard, I mean difficult. Anyway, and then as far as the rest of the who, what, why, where, go back to episode 6. I think everyone, if you haven't heard episode 6 and forward, just go ahead and do that, and that'll get you all caught up. And as for everyone else who had to hear this multiple times, you're welcome. So we've got that going on. The radio game. Oh, the Newts. Mark, do you have something you want to say? You look like, or are you stretching?
No, I was just looking around.
Oh, I know. I feel like I talk way too much, so I just want to check in with you once in a while. I want to make sure your eyes aren't rolled fully in the back of your head. Only one is fine. It's up to one eyes is acceptable. Anything more than one eyes is bad.
Is that like spaceships?
I don't know what that's going to be like. I really apologize. It's a allergy season here. I have a little bit of a tickle in my throat. With our sponsor update, this is, I wish we had better news for you, but we're still in the game, and mainly because Newt doesn't know there's a game. We really haven't given Newt anything to say yes to, so I'm actually going to draw up a silly little thing and bring it in. And I think we agreed that our price is going to be that we would like, for starters, that every time we come in, or should we just say once a month? Oh, let's not sell ourselves short. That whenever we come in, we get one free beer. Because we also got to tell them that once they take a look at my third chin, they're going to realize if I give this guy one free beer, he's probably going to have another few beers. And looks like some cheese curds and quesadilla and everything else. So Anyway, but we haven't given them anything to say yes to, so I'm going to draw up something silly and take them off the hot seat, because I don't want people listening to this going, "Wow, Newts are bad people."
But you were smart enough to. We went to a different restaurant tonight, so we have some leverage there because they really want us to sponsor us because we can help them pay for their air conditioning fix.
Oh, my word. Mark's referring to the Steinhaus, who we have had no such talks with. It's Mark's first trip there. It's my probably 20th, and I want to go back. So Steinhaus, let's be real. No one's listening from the Steinhaus. But if, I don't know. Well, I'll still talk you up. The Steinhaus.
But that was a different, when I walked in, it was like Cheers. People stopped talking, and they were looking at you like, I don't know if this guy's been here before. It was a weird vibe when I walked in there.
Did you? You know what? You have bad ears, so you wouldn't have heard it, but they were all whispering. I think those are the Ascertainers, and no wonder. I mean, can you blame them?
No, I don't.
You know what I really like the most about that place is how they treat it as just like regular people, and not like stars. Because you get tired of that. You know, sometimes you just want to be anonymous. You want to be an Audie in a sea of Chumleys.
What is that place in Hollywood? The Brown Derby? That all the famous ones used to go?
I think that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Are you comparing the Steinhaus to the Brown Derby?
No, but I'm comparing us to Hollywood movie stars.
Oh, okay. I can see you went the other. I went the other way on that. Yes, yeah. It's tough. We have each been asked since the last recording if we are one of the ascertainers, and even regardless of the context, that's still kind of fun to hear.
Right.
Yeah. So got that going for us, which is nice. Check. How do you think this is going so far?
Good.
Okay. What does he mean by good? He could have said great.
I could have. I could have.
He never has 2 cups of coffee at home. Do you know that reference?
That's another thing you can't say. Don't worry, I speak jive.
Oh.
I mean, you can't say that kind of stuff today.
Well, you can because it was, if you're quoting the movie, you could say it. I don't think that, jive. Everyone speaks jive, so that's not really racial. Are you referring to that, please? Just go with it.
No, I'm just hanging you out on the limb, trying to recover from that.
Right through that one. So anyway,
airplane.
Yes, exactly. Like I say, if it's used in that context, I don't think you can go wrong. But anyway, people are very sensitive these days, as some of us have just recently realized. But I think as a society, the reason that we're doing... Oh, sorry, my S is a little slurry, Mark. No.
Not this again.
Not even. Anyhow, chance of rain is 52%. There we go. But that's a little Carol Burnett
It's funny because
homage thing.
if you listen to the last episode, your brother was on.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
He ain't heavy.
Yeah.
He's my brother.
But you were switching between Audie J and Jeff.
Yeah.
And he's going, I don't use my name. And you would go, okay, Audie J. And then 3 minutes later, you go, Jeff. And I said, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to edit his name out. It's just so many times.
We should have a contest.
But he was messing with you when he...
If you can email us with how many times I said Audie J and how many times I said Jeff, we'll go back, listen to the tape, and if anybody guesses right, you will win an email reply from the ascertainers.
And a little personal satisfaction.
Well, I'll do a little lipstick kind of thing on it'll be just
that's really scary.
It'll just be on my screen. But anyway, just know that it's there and it's for you. Like they would sign letters back in the war, right? They would the lass back home would kiss the letter, right? There'd be a lipstick print.
If I'm in battle and I get a lipstick print from you, it's not what I'm hoping for.
What would be really bad is if you were in battle and you got one, and then you looked at it closely and you realized, when did she have a mustache? So, yeah, well, just be glad that won't be happening. To us, we're too old. Maybe old, but maybe by the time that the 5th wave of the whatever comes in, that they'll be up to us, and we'll just shame them. What are you doing? Why don't you get a job? I'm kidding. I don't know what the hell I'm going with that one. So we are going to play the radio game. We talked highly of the Steinhaus, right? Oh, I did think I would do want to mention, because some people don't know where Vermilion is. It's just south of Coates, Minnesota, which has a very good hamburger place called the House of Coates. And I just wanted to know that while it's not in Apple Valley, that if you were, let's say you were in Apple Valley, Lakeville, or I don't know, Rosemount, you would have the equal chance of getting to Newt's as you would to the House of Coats. And I'm not saying that to put pressure on the House of Coats, but on Newt's. But I think that that's the thing.
Jim picks me up, and his text was, "It's 15 minutes from." And then I didn't know how to respond to that text.
I got a phone call while I was texting, and I stopped texting, and apparently I didn't go back and check. I just hit send.
So he picks me up, and we're on our way there. He goes, it's 15 minutes from here. We start going, and we're going. There's construction, and we can't get there.
I've been to this place. Like, did you time your last bite at lunch to? Okay, it's 15 minutes from when he picks me up, and I better get food in me. Anyhow, I've been to this place. Honestly, I bet I've been there at least 20 times, but there's road construction now. So the place where I always turn off of a 4-lane highway was nope. So it took us way more than a half hour to get there. But totally worth it.
Yeah, it was good.
I'm glad you liked it. I think that give it another try. I just know that the Audie that I'm married to loves a fish fry every once in a while, and
I did not come back hungry. I had plenty of food.
Yes, it was good. Good. You'll like it better next time. So anyway, where are we at here? We're
radio game.
Radio game. So Mark is picked 3 bands. I've picked 3 bands. Again, if you're not familiar with the radio game, super quickly, I'm going to pick up a set of headphones, and if either one of us guesses the band that's playing on those headphones, there's some kind of prize. We don't know what the prize is because no one's ever guessed it right, but we're just going to keep doing it. So, Mark, you want to say what yours were?
Well, I just want to cover Bad Company, which is a very self-promoting band.
They're eponymous in many ways.
Yeah.
So it means using your own name.
Right.
So there's a song. Bad
Company. Who's it by? Bad Company. On what album? Bad Company.
I wonder what their label's called. I bet it's called Good Times. Anyhow. All right, yes. So that's your... Wow. I hate to say, in the time it took you to go through that, they might have been on and now they're off. But anyhow.
Can I take that as a win?
You know what? I'm gonna break tradition here.
And then we can cover it later.
And see if... Okay, that one doesn't count because it would, by the way, it's not on our list, but it wasn't Bad Company.
Okay.
But it's been on, that was one of JT's list. And I remember a couple episodes ago, you were like, it's Golden Earring and AC/DC, and the other one was
Led Zeppelin.
Tom Petty.
Oh.
And I'm not saying that was Tom Petty, because that would defeat the purpose of the radio game. So you went Bad Company. I'll let you do all 3 years. I'll do mine because mine have a theme. Mine are connected.
Foreigner, and then Turn Up the Radio. Autograph
From
1980. Well, we haven't really looked that up. He asked me, and I thought 1986, and he said might have been 1985. Oh, you're talking about the...
I was going geography now. From South Africa, 1952.
Australia.
Fuck. Okay, I think they're from Australia.
See, we don't know that either. We're just throwing that out.
But I said it confident. I said it more confident than you did, so I think it's going to count.
Well, I said I didn't know, so yes.
Okay. I have to make sure that the song that's currently on the radio is done playing, so I'll go slow. Mine are all places. I went with Boston, Kansas, and Chicago. So those are the 6 that are vying for the title. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can go to the mic or the headphones yet because Mark's playing on his phone. He's probably looking up.
You can go to the headphones. I'm listening.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop talking here in about.
I'm playing Mario.
Okay. Let him know how it's going.
While he's doing this, I'm going to go to say thank you to. I shouldn't say his name. Well, you can
edit it. You're the editor.
Audie A. That gave us an email telling us how well we did.
That one.
and just a shout out to him, and gave us some suggestions, and it was very nice of him.
I agree. Oh, I agree completely. He really put himself out there and gave us topics that are so good. I don't think we're smart enough to tackle them, but we will effort toward that. So take that as a if you want to give us additional suggestions, do stuff like favorite color or favorite scents. Not like money, like smell.
Can I say we were wrong on both counts?
Where's autograph from?
Pasadena, California.
What'd I say?
Australia.
Oh, fuck, same thing. You know what?
And 1984.
84, okay, all right. I assumed it was before 86, because I remember listening to 86. That usually means it was made, like... That was a good song during the courting of, That was during the courting of the Audie that is upstairs in my bedroom. Audie can be a girl too. Just letting you know, it's my wife.
Well, you came up with Audette or...
I like Audrey, but that's
Audrey.
an actual person's name. So they could. What if we are talking about someone named Audrey and we're trying to make her anonymous and we keep calling her Audrey?
How popular is Audrey a name right now? It would be someone who's probably in there.
Across the street where I grew up, there was an Audrey. So I assume there's more Audreys than you do, because you've never seen an Audrey. You wouldn't know an Audrey if it came up and bit you in the ass. Oh, I think I'm so close to my chin's hitting. Is this bad?
Well, he doesn't have his headphones on. He's still playing the game, and he's trying to listen. And I think the old song was still going, so he's trying to. But he's given me some hand signals to keep
commercial.
going.
It was a commercial for the Foo Fighters' new album, and it just went on and on. I'm like, oh, I don't know this song.
Can you count that if someone said the Foo Fighters? Would
if
that
they
be?
said a commercial for the Foo Fighters, I
Oh, you can't. Wow.
I'm getting real specific. I think that's our problem. If we just said male singer or female singer, it's like, well, we each get one. Oh, my word. They're still on commercials.
Did you name yours?
My bands?
We haven't named them yet, other than My Bad Company.
You what did you just look up?
What were your three?
Do you acknowledge that you said your three?
I did.
Because we just
No,
looked up.
I didn't say Foreigner.
Yeah, you did. You said Foreigner and then Autograph, and then you said, and I said Autograph from, and you said a date, and I meant location. So anyway,
What?
Are you all right?
Tonight?
Raise your hands, smile, and say a sentence. I feel like one of us is going to stroke out down here, so my money was on me.
Did you say yours?
I did. They were
You
all,
did.
They
You
were all
all-
locations.
yeah,
I think you were preoccupied with your autograph stuff, so that's okay.
No, I did remember that because I thought it was
preoccupied.
good that you had all locations, but my memory's really short after the zaps that I get, once a week. It's your short-term memory goes.
You have a sleep disorder, and no laughing matter. Once you have no memory left, because that affects your memory and ability to age and retain your wits, then I'm gonna really have fun with you. That was gonna be fun podcast when you're out of your mind.
You know what's great though, going to the movies, you say, "Oh man, I haven't seen this," and
Yeah.
you just saw it a week ago, and then
Jaws, yeah.
Is that?
Jaws is an old movie, Mark. Oh,
Oh.
no. Oh, he's forgotten again. All right, well. Oh, cheapers. Sorry about the language. There's another commercial on. So, all right, well, now I'm thinking it's going to be one of your bands.
Well, we can come back to it.
We have to. I mean, honestly, well, what's the next on the docket?
We have.
You had, you want to talk about you had some issues with my my underrated bands, and I think it's more of an issue of.
I'm trying to get him to put his headphones back on.
I think it's more of an issue of the whatever definition of what we were trying to accomplish, because I think you feel mine are unknown bands, and I just said they're underrated. And I got to keep doing this, so hang on.
No,
All right, we're doing it later.
Yeah, we do it
All right,
later.
Is it? Can you tell if I don't have them on?
I can tell with you, your
Oh, I don't give a shit about my distance from the mic. when
yeah,
I
you
have them
don't
on.
hear how you're coming across.
I don't sense it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
But anyways, this is our second iteration of
we
tonight's.
we
I-
had one and we had a reckoning during it and then after it, and then we said, "No, we can't. You are worth. This is your 45 minutes too. You're getting ready to eat a pot pie at the end of this.
And
I hope."
I came across about Jim's picks of underrated bands. I was a little aggressive on it, and Jim got a little butthurt. And
I don't think this is helping. I think if I didn't take one of the one, I'm like, butthurt is what you're going for. Jim was being a thin-skinned little.
but I was aggressive. I'll freely admit that.
And that's cool. That's cool if we do that, but we can't do that to the loyal 5 listeners that we have.
I think it's up to 6. So we're really making it.
We're getting ready to crack the double digits. Actually, you know what? Our total podcast, what our hosting site calls downloads, but I'm assuming that just means people that have listened to it through this afternoon anyway. Last time I looked at it was 270.
278 now.
278. Woo!
Big time.
New episodes taken off. Did the German listen again?
No.
All right. Well, we sure hope to hear from the. You know what? When you said Germany, and then you said, "Yeah, I think they're Rammstein." I was so when I listened back to it, I'm like, why didn't I say the band? You know, there's a band called Rammstein.
Yes.
Okay. Du hast.
And
It's a solid song. I don't know what the rest of their stuff is, but I know individual Audi F. If you're listening, Audi FR there.
see, you have a deep understanding.
Oh, God. How do you go with understanding? What?
Knowledge of rock and roll. I'll give that to you.
I know very little about a lot.
And when I attacked you about your...
We were good, but we were past this.
Well, I still got to bring it up because
All right, well.
I got to say that in all honesty, you still know more about music than I do.
Oh, too late.
I have a better, what would you say?
Car? House?
Well, I was going to go.
Oh, that? Oh, no. Because your knees are attached to that, and no matter how bad I am, I'll never... Oh,
But anyway,
get new knees. You know that you can get a knee replacement. You can get 2 knee replacements. I need 3, but hey, I got the gift. So anyway...
But I would say that your first 2 bands were, to me, one-hit wonders, and the last one was Undiscovered.
Okay, that's fair. I think that
I'll leave it at that.
I think very much like the your top 5 bands. There's so many other variables. So what we did, we set ourselves up for this by not like we were getting ready to name our underrated bands. That's when we decided to go, what do you mean by underrated? So, by then the picks were in. So,
Right, as you brought up earlier, or last episode, I'm more the 70s.
right. No, but the point is that I went in.
No, the point is you were really, really upset at me.
Well, geez, get over it, man. Come on, man. Get over it. We're good. We figured out a way to...
Why is the basement door locked? I can't get out of here. What's happening?
I know, don't worry. All of the towels smell like chloroform, too, so don't even bother. I'm going to try...
He's going to try to
radio
listen
game.
again. And
It's a song.
it's a song. I picked that.
Oh, I don't know the... Is it... Guess Who or Grand Funk? Who does American Woman?
Grand Funk.
That's who it was. That's who it is.
Oh, and that's one of my
Ooh! Underrated?
underrated honorable mentions.
Interesting. I have a story about that. Do you want to talk about that? Where are we at here? Mark got his stuff off his chest.
No, Yeah, that's
That
fine.
was good.
Well,
We're in the bands.
tell your story.
Okay. During the pandemic, I rented, well, my Audie wife and I got a, what do you call it, VRBO up kind of in a weird spot, north of here, but not like up north, like super high. Anyway, we brought my youngest son, his fiance, and then two other friends of theirs. So it was this kind of weird collection of people. We had a great time, but around the fire, and the
What's a Verbo? Is that
VRBO, vacation rental by owner,
Oh, like a
like an Airbnb.
okay.
Yeah, it's just that's another brand for it.
I don't get out.
Apparently not, but you're in a Verbo right now. You owe me for the cleaning deposit.
Let
Look
me
around
out of
you.
the basement.
Anyway, the people that
Call my family.
the guests that were not family members are musicians, and I love hanging out with musicians and listening to music because I like listening to what they like. And Audie P, last initial S, you know who you are, put on some like a kind of a Grand Funk song I've never heard, but out of my ass I go, it kind of sounds like Grand Funk, but I don't know. And he's like, wow, it's Grand Funk. So either I just like literally picked a needle out of a haystack, or there's a Grand Funk sound of some sort. And
There
maybe it's
is
the
a
singer.
definite sound.
Is that a Bachman that sings for them or no?
No.
Who sings for Grand Funk? Do you know? I thought like Randy Bachman was in Grand Funk.
I don't think so, because Grand Funk is not a Canadian band. It's an American band.
Is BTO Canadian?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'll do some homework for the next.
So is the Guess
episode.
Who,
Guess who's Canadian?
because Bachman was in the Guess Who.
Singer for Guess Who? I got it.
Roger Daltrey? No, I think Bachman was in
No.
the...
Well, he may have been, but he wasn't the lead singer. I'm pretty positive. Here, you look it up, and I will not say it until otherwise it loses all of its impact. But
No,
don't
say it.
Burton Cummings.
Yes, you're right.
Now that's either a brilliant like stage name or you just got lucky. Burton Cummings. That's the most rock and roll name you could think of, right? I mean, hi, who are you? Well, I'm Burton Cummings, and I'm not emphasizing the second.
So if
name as much as the
you
total.
say hi to them, what's your response? Well, I'm Mark and Cummins.
It's like,
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep up.
oh, that's his last name, Mark. That's not what he's doing. You'd be Mark playing with yourself, but all right, that's good to know. All right, so
Which I'm very good at.
we just did
so.
Grand Forks. I got to crack one, so I won't be able to talk into the mic well.
Well, no, maybe Bachman's not in it. Oh, no, he was. Past members, Randy Bachman.
In which? Guess Who or Grand Funk?
Guess who?
I think he's in Grand Funk, dude. I think there's somebody like that in Grand Funk. Grand Funk can't just be four average rando guys.
No, it's Steve Bachman.
So there is.
George Bachman.
How many Bachmans are in it?
There is. I'm just making up
Is this?
names.
Are you thinking of the Bachman Five? So Tito's the other one.
My hair's on fire.
Do you remember Saga? Do you remember the supergroup? When's the last time there was a supergroup? Because growing up, we had
What was the one that Ted Nugent was in?
Damn Yankees.
Damn Yankees. That was a super group.
That's a small s, lowercase s supergroup.
Mark Farmer.
Mark Farmer. Is that like Burton Cummings? Seriously?
Those are the members. I don't.
Oh, okay. I was trying to. Nothing. All right. I failed.
That was the only person I really knew from the Guess Who, Mark Farmer.
This is the Guess Who?
No, I'm sorry.
That's Grand Funk.
Yeah.
Where the hell's Burton Cummings?
He's not in.
Bullshit. Well, who was he in then?
I don't get into his personal life.
My God. Oh, yeah, phrasing. Shit, nice one, dude. We're back, and they're from Michigan. It says, dude, we're looking at Grand Funk, not the Guess Who.
Yes.
Well, the Guess Who is who Burton Cummings sang for. I know you like that name. God, we're so amateur or infantile, or what's the word? Immature. Immature, same thing. I'm confident enough that Burton Cummings was in the Grand Funk. No, the Guess Who. Anyway, supergroups. Cream was the original supergroup, or were the Yardbirds the?
I'd say the Yardbirds.
Okay.
And Cream, when they formed, they weren't really big names yet.
Was Cream before the Yardbirds, or the other way around?
No, Yardbirds was first, as far as I know.
Okay.
You would know more.
Well, I that was a little bit of a blind spot on my music history, because it was so mainstream, and I didn't like any mainstream stuff. So I was looking up Talking Heads and
The
Blondie.
Cream was never mainstream.
The Cream?
The Cream. The Cream de Mint.
We got the Cream. Cream has several songs. Cream has more songs that people recognize than the Yardbirds do.
I don't know where to go with that.
Creamed.
The
I
Cream.
think, right? Well, I guess that's another homework assignment. We'll definitely write that down. If I write it down, I'll remember it. But okay, so maybe supergroups is a bad idea. But it seems like around that time there was also a band called GTR, which was like guys from Genesis and
Never heard of it, actually.
I don't know what the other one is.
Genesis, the Ramones.
Remember Power Station?
Oh, yeah.
I can name all four members.
Palmer.
Robert Palmer.
The guy from Duran Duran. Taylor.
No. Jimmy Page. Power Station.
I think you're thinking of The Firm.
Fuck, you're right. Sorry. As you're like praising my musical chops and everything, and then I totally messed that up. The Firm was
Satisfaction guaranteed.
yes. Oh, I have another called a collaboration band, maybe not a super group, but okay, I got to get this out though. The Firm was Robert Palmer. No, with Paul Rogers.
Yes.
Jimmy Page, Tony Franklin, and Chris Slade. That rounds it out for you right there, Champiano.
Which one did you bring up first before The Firm?
Power Station.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, Power Station was, that was half of Duran Duran and Robert Palmer.
Right.
Duran Duran.
Very good.
Kind of an underrated band.
I would agree with that.
As serious musicians, underrated. As pop, someone who knows nothing about music, just likes their songs, knows Duran Duran. But if you really kind of get they had a really cool formula, but their guitarist, I think, one of the Taylors, was he kind of effed it all up for him. Maybe there were more.
He came back after a while, but it took
He kind of let
decades.
fame get to his head.
Yes.
But the other guy, the other Taylor, who played, I think, keyboards and bass, I'll tell you what, he's in there with the...
Why didn't you put that one down?
In our early episodes, we kind of had like pitted male actors together, and if we were the last girl on Earth, which one would we? Anyway, that Taylor guy.
We had to be girls?
Yep. Okay. Well, I don't know. Hey, there's another reason to listen to episode 1, 2, and 3. See what kind of stuff Mark's into. But anyhow, if Ryan Gosling called earlier, I told him you were busy. Look at him. He's crying.
That's all right.
All right. So we're underrated. Should we go back to the underrateds?
Yeah. I don't know where we were started with this one.
Where are we at?
35 minutes.
Did either one of us say April Wine on our list? because we talk about April Wine all the time, and what a great band April Wine is, and they might be the ultimate underrated band.
I don't know if they're the ultimate, but they are a very underrated band.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Well, isn't this fun? We're agreeing.
I'm trying to keep
other Canadian bands. I don't know anyone that doesn't like Triumph. Although, it's like every time you listen to the average person listens to Triumph, they don't know who it is until like halfway through the song. And by then, they've already guessed wrong on Styx or any other like high-pitched male singer.
You know how you mentioned you would watch Holly's documentary?
Yep.
I just watched the Triumph one. And
really?
Yeah.
On what?
TV.
I know, it's on TV. But what, like... I don't know where it comes from. That's science, man. What was your streaming service? Oh, no. I gotta be more... I gotta be more specific, because I'm guessing you have more than one streaming service. I see those cars pull up to your house. Anyway.
I just flip through, and when I see something, and I stop.
I see the streaming service, and that van leaves, and then the Service Master van shows up with a big cleaning crew.
I think it was on Access TV.
Access TV? Oh, was it like a show, or did you order it up, or just it was on there?
It was just on there, and I stopped and
I'll get
watched
more
it.
details on it later, because I'm sure I can find it on Amazon. But, Triumph, April Wine, Rush. I'm not sure a lot of people. Rush technically is underrated because,
No, they have such a big following.
Sure.
I would not call them underrated.
Do you think they have more than 5,000 fans? Has anyone ever seen all of them? Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. I just snorted. That was a snort. That wasn't our mascot. Oh, on the last episode that we had to erase, we did introduce you to our mascot, but now the mascot, it was mad when Jim and Mark fight, so we'll bring it out later.
I don't want to see it.
Oh, not that it. No. We're not talking about streaming services anymore. So, all right.
You know what?
I can smell my pot pie from here. It's almost
Actually,
done.
the last episode that we got rid of because, God, we were boring.
I know.
But
do you think? But the fact of the matter is people listening to this are probably thinking to themselves, more boring than this? Yeah, it was like way worse.
But I want to get it out there that I brought up John Denver out of the blue, and I think he's wonderful, or he was, I should say.
Oh yeah,
flip the switch. Yeah. I can listen to his music all the time.
Well, he's an amazing talent, an American treasure.
And you ever watch his live stuff? Mm-mm. I never saw him live, but he's just up there by himself with a guitar.
Really?
Singing. He's excellent.
That's I think it's all about if you have good songs, people want to hear them no matter what if it's full band or if it's just a guy with a guitar.
Would that be
be good songs?
Folk music, right? Is that what you would classify him as?
No. I mean, I think when I think of folk music, I think of like shit that's not fun. And he had the ability to be really fun, but it was probably more folk than pop. But I mean, I think he fits if America is a rock band, John Denver was a rock band. Sorry, I'm filling a space between. I kind of look like I was doing the David Byrne in the Talking Heads video. You might find yourself.
No, I think you were doing more of the Arrowhead Stadium.
Let's keep it non-political. Anyway,
what would be? No, we got a couple of minutes.
Oh, so cool. What do you got? Talk to me.
Well, I was thinking Peter, Paul, and Mary. Would that be folk?
Yeah.
So I would classify them as the same as John Denver.
Okay, well then you know what? I'm not going to die on this hill. I think John Denver. no matter how you.
I don't want you to die on any hill.
I just thought of the most underrated.
Oh, go ahead.
But let me close the book on John Denver. The first line.
What?
Well,
officially we have.
Well, the last episode got graphic about how John Denver left us. That's what we saved you from. Okay, it was going off the rails the entire episode, But Rocky Mountain High, if you listen to the first verse of Rocky Mountain High, you will look at your entire existence differently. That's a pretty high bar for that.
Would you say that's existential?
I don't know what that means, so I'm going to say no. But underrated bands, the Carpenters.
Oh, yes. But we were leaving it to rock bands, but Carpenters would be another
How
folk.
is the Carpenters not a rock band? They get played on KQ.
No way do they play Carpenters on GQ.
They don't?
No.
Well, I better quit picking them every time then. I hope next week. I hope it's the Carpenters. I'm gonna say I'm writing a check for $100,000 to the KQ Foundation.
And I don't think
All you gotta do is at 8:42 on Friday night play Carpenters. Just a little bit of it. Just a minute's worth.
and then Inagata Davida. They're so similar that people won't even know when you switch.
I'm steaming over here, but that's okay. But still, Karen Carpenter was like she was like what'd I say?
Carrie?
I said Karen. Oh, I breathed in the middle. I can't control my inhaling and exhaling. Karen Carpenter is like a white female Sammy Davis Jr.
Wow.
There, I said it. You ever seen Sammy Davis Jr. play like walk around a band and pick up every instrument and play? Oh, he is a force.
I saw Prince in concert.
Prince probably did the same thing.
It was just phenomenal.
Well, Sammy was Sammy before Prince was Prince, but Sammy, underrated guy too. Most underrated Brat Pack member, Sammy Davis Jr. There.
I would say Dean Martin, because I think he was
underrated though.
Yeah, because of Frank Sinatra, everyone will say he was the top one. I think Dino had the best.
I think he was more
voice.
interesting. He was more compelling, just even as like a celebrity.
He didn't drink.
I didn't know that. I knew that he didn't drink as much as he portrayed, but he didn't.
Yeah,
drink
he
at
had
all.
iced tea, and he was always faking that it was a drink, and then because he had to get up early to golf.
Dean Martin night. That's pretty good. This is we try to be the predominant. Don't do that. You know how I get.
43 minutes.
We are the predominant Dean Martin podcast in the northern hemisphere between the Dakotas and Wisconsin. That's our niche, baby. We'll fight to protect it.
No, but you're right. It's time to wrap this one up. Put it in a box. Put a bow on it.
And then bury it in a shallow grave.
Definitely the first one.
All right. Thanks to everyone for listening. Feedback, suggestions, theascertainers.com at Gmail. Fuck. What?
theascertainers@gmail.com. Just give us any ideas that pop into your head.
You're not going to say fuck or nothing. So.
Thank you.
Good night now.